Welcome to another video of Learner's Corner where I coach and help students pass their theory test. In this episode, I'm helping Taiwo. She's had a few sessions with me already, but there's been a long delay between the last one and this one. So hopefully she retains some information. We are going to be doing a 30-question mock test. Don't forget, I'm looking for volunteers to receive a one-on-one coaching session who don't mind being filmed to be released on YouTube to help inspire and encourage others to take and pass their theory test. If you want my help and want to be coached by me, send me an email to info@drivingtheoryuk.com with some background information, what you're struggling with, how many times you've taken the test, etc. This gives me an idea of what I'm dealing with. I'll do my best to arrange a mutual time to set the session up and record it. This will be ongoing until you pass your theory. Let's not waste any more time. Grab your paper and pen, play along, and let's go and meet Taiwo. Okay. All right. So what I've decided to do, because it's been a long while since the first session and this session, and I didn't realize your test was next week. So we're going to do a 30-question mock test.
Okay.
And it's going to take in all the categories.
All right.
So all 14 categories, just to make sure you got all round solid knowledge.
Okay.
And the same as we've done before, where you read the question, the answer. Anything you want me flagged, I'll flag it.
All right.
If any images come up, I'll enlarge the image, and then we go from there. And then once the test is finished, we reveal the answer. We can
That's nice.
reflect on any potential wrong answers. Okay? When you're ready.
I'm aware of school was in the window. Now, A.
Again for A. Okay?
Wait, can you go back to the question again?
Yeah.
No, it's A. Deep light. No matter what is deep light.
Deep
That's C.
lights. Yep.
You should reduce it when you're driving. Why should you reduce your speed when you're driving or riding in front? It's more difficult to what ahead your door by. A.
A on that one.
The vehicle handling. That's C. Is it cancellation checkpoints? No. It's C. I think C.
You sure? Or you want me to flag it?
No. Um, probably
Don't
flag it. I'll
flag
go
it,
back
yeah?
to it. Yeah, but just pick C, but we could just flag it.
Okay, that's no problem. So
That's obviously lorries, buses, motorcycles. With that vehicle, would you be ready to give it as you approach this bus? Please, can you enlarge the image?
yeah.
Okay. Normally, it's supposed to be either lorries, but I can see that we don't have the options of lorries here. Obviously, we can't give way to motorcycles. They're always on the blind spots. Same with cycles. Buses.
You want to go buses?
Yes.
I'm gonna flag that one and I'll come back to that. There's
Okay.
something that you said I want to pick up on.
Okay. You must just stop your vehicle. When did I give you a sign? I'm asking the causes. At the end of a one-way street from margin. You must stop if you are involved in an accident that causes injury. That's B. What should you do when a person on the ship asks you to stop? Stop and switch off. That's D. You want to turn right from 100 into a side. What should you do just before turning? Turn right. I think I failed this question twice during the week.
You said you failed it.
Yeah, twice during the week because
Okay.
I was thinking about I think the options there were involved it involved I think pedestrians and I think cyclists or something like that. Then I picked it. Then when I went back I realized that it was wrong, that it has to be check for traffic overtaking on your right. So see.
Okay. I'm
Turn
gonna
right.
flag that one again. It's something that you said I want to pick up on.
Wow. I'll shoot your signal if you're always have issues with this. I'll shoot your signal if you're going straight ahead at roundabout. Straight ahead is like the second exit. So signal right on the approach, then left to the signal left. If you're going straight ahead, it's obviously you're going to signal left. So it's either B or C. Signal left after you leave the roundabout and enter in a signal left just after you pass the exit before the one you are going to take. Signal left after just after you pass the exit before. No, it's C. You can't signal left after you leave the roundabout. How should you signal if you're going straight? It's C.
So you want to go for C.
Yes.
Okay. So this is number 10.
Okay. How should you position yourself when you use emergency telephone on a motorway? Face the entrance. Stay close to the carriageway. Keep your back to the traffic. How should you position yourself? Face the oncoming traffic. Stay close to the carriage. Stay close to the carriageway. Obviously not. Keep your back to the traffic. Emergencies. That's the H shoulder. That's D.
D. Okay.
What should you do when you're following a motorcycle along the road that has a poor surface? D.
You're going for D.
You're traveling at the Lagos speed. What should you do if the vehicle behind approaches and flashes its headlight?
What are you
You're
struggling
approaching.
with?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the question again. You're traveling at the Lagos speed. What should you do if the vehicle behind approaches quickly? Like if I was driving and you approach me quickly, flashing its headlights, accelerate to make a gap behind you. What if there's no sufficient gap? I'll maintain your speed to prevent the vehicle from overtaking. No, you can't do that. Touch the brake sharply to show you. I will allow the vehicles to overtake just to be safe. C.
You're going to go for C. Okay.
What will help you to keep your car secure? Taking maintenance, being a member of a vehicle, passing an advance. Go what? Oh my god. Taking car maintenance classes. No, maintain being a member of a vehicle breakdown organization.
What's the
That's
problem
for
with this one?
the issue is always the options.
Okay.
Just looking at the options. Registering with a vehicle watch screen. What is vehicle watch screen? Skim.
It's like neighborhood watch. It's just a sticker in the window. So it's like neighborhood watch. By putting the sticker in the window, you're asking the police to pull the driver over from time to time to ask them questions if they have permission to drive the car.
To make your car. I I will go for A, but can we flag this one?
Yeah, we flag it. Do the image so you can see everything.
Yeah, can I look at the options? What does this white arrow on the road mean? Entrance onto the left, return. Please, can you enlarge the image?
Yep.
Okay, exit, please. All vehicles. Why do we have this C and this? Between this C and D, I'm going entrance on the left.
Between C and D.
Ah,
Okay.
the road bends to the left. I will go for. I'm going to take a risk for this,
The
even if my mind is
road
telling
bends to the left. This one. Okay. I'm going to flag that one.
when Will a new car need its MOT? It's 3 years. A.
Okay.
How much more for do you? I was thinking this was when you're driving at 17 compared to how much fuel will you use by driving at 17 miles per hour compared to 15%. Because I know I picked 5% for this thing. I know I picked
Do you want me to
5%.
flag it? Or you
Uh-huh.
right with it? Okay.
You have just gone through flood water. No, go slowly and while gently applying the brakes. B. You're driving in traffic at a speed limit for the road. What should you do if the driver behind you is trying to overtake? That's similar to the question we had previously
Mm-hmm.
when you had to adjust. So, uh, A. Keep it steady because I'm allowed the driver behind to overtake. I'll go for A. What can result when you travel for long distance in neutral reduction in what can travel? Result when you travel for long distance in neutral. I think I picked I picked D for this, but it's reduction in control because when you keep traveling for long distance with neutral, you won't have control of the car for a long period. That's A.
Okay. I'm gonna flag that one. I'm gonna come back to that as well.
This means the national speed limit applies. A is no entry restriction is this. Circles obviously is B.
This one.
Yes, please.
Okay. So that's number 20 that's gone now. So this is 21.
That's fine.
There's the image.
Yep. Children, obviously. You're driving past a line, but what should you do if a ball bounces into the road? Slow down and be prepared to stop for children. C. You are stopped at the side of the road, mostly if you're waiting there for some time. You switch off your engine. B.
Okay. Okay, let me just enlarge the image first.
Cyclist. You are behind the cyclist. Watch. When traffic lighting, what should you do? Allow to turn on, tap on, try to move off, turn right. A.
Okay.
When should your tire pressure be checked? It should be lengthy journey when you've traveled. How come I've not seen this question? Then I thought I really passed it. Oh my goodness. Need to work more. Because the tire pressure is always the measurement you always see, but not when should tire pressures be checked? When tires are hot. That has to do with surface when traveling at high speed. After any lengthy journey. That's C.
Okay. Again, I'm gonna flag that one.
Whenever you're flagging, that means there's something. All right, next question. You are going through a long tunnel. What will warn you of contraction as a warning light? You are going through a long tunnel. What will warn you of contraction or an accident ahead? It's between B and C. Because if the vehicle was parked, no, C is variable message signs.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, which vehicle should use the left hand in on a motorway? Is there any vehicles that isn't overtaken? A. You're going for somewhere to park at night. When may you park on the right hand side? Huh. You're looking for somewhere to park at night.
So basically, they're saying when can you legally park on the right hand side?
It should be 10 meters away, 32 feet away from the junction. I'll go for A. Where would you find this level crossing? B. You are leaving a safe gap as you follow a large vehicle. What should you do if a car moves into the space? Drop back, folder, flashes, and then you can't. B.
So this is number 30 now. So
Oh wow. You want to park and you see this. What should you do on these days and times?
let me just enlarge it so you got the information.
Obviously, you can't park within the times.
Okay.
So parking. Oh my god. Parking a pay and pay between B and C because obviously you can't park on yellow lines.
Okay.
You're supposed to park there. B.
Okay. So that's the last one. So before we reveal the answers, we're gonna go through the flagged ones anyway. But how do you feel like you did?
Because I saw some questions that are confusing to me.
Okay. Why was the questions confusing?
Like the last question, I know I saw the question and I answered it in a different way. But just obviously, I know you can't park on the yellow lines. You're not supposed to park there.
Okay.
I don't think anywhere. So,
The
but I'm
question is
just
still there. So let me get back to that. Hold on 1 second. So you're Orman and Aaron. If you look at the sign and the images, it's got nothing about yellow lines. And you're saying the right things. You can't park on the yellow line. So that goes straight away. That's why I say look at the images. It's giving you dates and times.
yeah,
And you're saying you can't park on the yellow lines. It doesn't say anything about yellow lines. So you're 100% correct. So just get rid of it.
yeah. So, can we see the options again? Yeah.
So you got two there with yellow lines. So straight away, you get rid of those two. So you're now
Yeah.
left with park in the bay and not pay, or park in the bay and pay.
I'll just stick to the B. Then I'll learn from it.
Okay, that's fine. Um, it's going to give us the flagged one. So it's 8 flagged, but some of them I flagged because I want to pick up on something. So that's the first one. So what would be affected if you carry a very heavy load on your vehicle? You got vehicle handling. I think I flagged this one. The reason that's the right answer, by the way, but the reason is you said something along the lines of, "I saw this question before, and I'm trying to remember how I answered."
Yeah, because I know there was something similar that has to do with arranging the loads in the vehicle
Hmm.
and who is going to be in charge. Then I picked the is it the driver? I think it has to do with the driver. So I'm assuming in this position, if I had to put an heavy load in the car, I'm thinking it has to do with the way the vehicle, the way I'm going to control myself. So it's obviously the handling. I don't think it has anything to do with the gearbox.
Okay, yeah, the answer's right. There's nothing wrong. It's just that you said I got a question before, and I'm
Yeah,
trying to remember how I answered.
yeah,
Okay,
because I that's the same way. The same way I just answered is the same way I was thinking about it.
okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Then be explained. Okay, this one. Which type of vehicle should you be ready to give way to as you approach the bridge? You eventually went with buses. Again, you said, I've seen this image before, and do you remember what you said
Okay.
with this one? It's
Yeah, the
normally
options. Yeah, the options had. I think the options add lorries because obviously when you're approaching something like this,
right.
you would see lorries.
Okay, that's fine. That's my concern because when at the beginning of this interview, let me come out of this.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this interview, you said you'd done 5 tests a day, and I said that was a lot. What
Yeah.
I'm starting to realize from you doing this mock test, you're memorizing answers.
No, I'm not.
You are
It's just that
because
no, no, no.
go
You know
on.
what I'm trying to do is when I see a question, I'm like, I have seen this question before. It had options of this. I answered it wrongly. So what was the issue? So me going back to it again is like trying to remember where did I miss it. Then
I,
going
I
back.
right. that's fine if it's working for you. But I'm just talking from my experience because you
Okay.
look for lorries. If you watch this
Okay.
video back when it comes out, you was
Yeah.
looking for lorries and then you started to talk about cyclists. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where if you understand the answer, it's anything that's tall.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
say,
You
right,
know.
lorries is
Okay.
not there, so it's gonna be buses. But you was
Yeah.
all in between buses and cyclists.
Yeah. Because there are other similar questions that had um lorries, cyclists, or motorcyclists, or something like that in it. So, and I'm looking at the options like, and the image, it doesn't have anything to do with lorries and cyclists in that instance, because I know I have answered something like, because my assumption is every time you're driving, you should always check for cyclists because they could be on your blind spot. So I have answered that question wrong in an instance. So I'm like, you can't keep. It's just to understand that
Okay.
that
I like I said, I'm just gonna point out from what I'm observing. That's what the coaching sessions are for.
yeah.
The way it's coming across to me, and it's similar to the guys in the classroom, it sounds like and looks like you're memorizing answers to a point.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
Because as soon as you looked at this image, if I get it up, sorry, the first thing that come out your mouth was looking for lorries, and there was nothing there. And then you started to and ah between buses and cyclists. Whereas if you fully understood it, lorries is not there, it's going to be buses because it's tall
Okay.
vehicles. But I will say, if that's how you're trying to work out the answer and it works for you, that's fine. But some of the words you're using sounds like you're memorizing the answers. Maybe you're not doing it deliberately, but it's
Okay.
coming across that way.
Consciously. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, consciously.
So this one, you're turning right from a main road into a side road. What should you do just before turning? And again, you was and ahhing, and same thing you said. I've got this question before, and you was looking for the options that you had before. That's the reason why I flagged it. The answer's
Okay.
correct. Okay, you
Okay.
went to turn right from a main road into a side road. What should you do before turning? Check for traffic, overtaking on the right. You're 100% correct with the answer. But your wording that got you to the answer was previously the questions I had before was worded differently. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Again, suggest you're memorizing it, not directly, indirectly. Does
Okay.
that make sense? And that's why I said 5 mock tests a day is a lot. So
Yeah.
are you taking in the information to understand it, or are you memorizing the answer? That's my concern.
Yeah.
What will help keep your car secure? This one, the reason why I flagged this one is not because of what you said. You didn't know what vehicle what scheme is, and not many people know what it is. So the vehicle what scheme, like I said, it's a sticker that goes in the windscreen. It's like neighborhood watch. You're just asking the police to pull the driver over to ask if they have permission to drive the vehicle. The way that I normally explain it in the classroom is if you flat share with your mates and your car friends, if your friends are taking a car for a joyride, it's inconvenience. This type of thing. If someone's taking your car and not used without your permission.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Okay.
But the answer is correct. So the
Okay.
question, what will help you secure a car, is vehicle watch, because the police will pull the driver over. Just say, "Are you got permission? Can you prove you have the right to drive the car?"
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Let me blow the image up because you asked me to blow it up. And again, refer back to a previous question with this one. What does the white arrow on the road mean? And you was in between entrance on the left at first and then return to your side of the road. And for some reason, you went with the bend to the left. If you look at the image, the road bends to the right.
Is it right?
Yeah, the road's bending to the right. It's not bending left.
Oh, my sugar.
But before you picked the answer, you was in between the entrance on the left and returning to your side of the road. So again, when you watch this back, if you look at what you was and ahhing about, again, my advice, are you understanding it or are you trying to memorize it? It's from
Entrance
a
on the-
driver's point of view. You don't need to be warned on the entrance on the left, really.
Yeah. So.
So the arrow is returned to your side of the road. So if you're overtaking, then you need to get back to your side of the road as soon as it's safe to do so.
Yeah, because I was looking at the. Could you enlarge the image? I was
Yeah.
looking forward. When I'm driving at times through bends, I see arrows like these, and I'm like, most times it's always prompting me to inform me that ahead, that the road bends to the left. So my imagination is I am driving on the left hand side. So seeing this arrow is like telling me that the road bends. And I was just looking at the image forward. I'm just trying to look at it forward. So that's
Ye-
what makes it pick that image.
I fully understand, but like I said, it's about understanding. You look at the image, the road bends to the right, so it can't be the answer that you picked.
Yeah. Okay.
So as I said, this one is return to your side of the road. So if you're
If,
overtaking someone, remember with images, you're always going up. So you're on the
yeah.
left hand side, you're crossing the solid white line, overtake, get back to the left as soon as it's safe to do so.
Okay.
This one, you either know it or you don't. You ummed and ahed about that. There's nothing wrong. The only reason why I flagged it is because I want to make it clear it's 15%.
Okay.
Like I said, it's either you know it or you don't, but it's always going to be 15%.
Right.
Again, the words that you use, you answered it previously from one of the
Charlotte.
questions. That's the reason why I flagged it. Again, the answer's correct. There's nothing wrong with the answer, but it's just the words you use to get to the answer. I answered it previously, or can I remember what I put last time?
Yeah, because I picked increased fuel consumption. That was what I had
Okay.
in mind, which was wrong.
So you learn from the previous, which is fine.
Yeah.
But all I'm
Yeah.
saying is trying to point out to you,
Realizing.
you're memorizing previously.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not direct, it's not deliberate, but it's indirect. So you got to be very, very careful because you've
Yeah.
got the options in front of you here and now, rather than trying to remember what you did previously.
Okay.
That's why I say if you understand it, then it doesn't make a difference how they word it because you're going to know, right, the question's this, the answer's this, rather than, right, last time I did. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But in this case, you got the question wrong previously, and obviously you learn from the right answer. So if that works for you, it's not a problem. But you just use a lot of reference to previous tests. That's
Yeah.
my concern for you.
Okay.
This one, you gone for after a lengthy journey. Questions: why would you check it after a long journey?
When should tire pressure be checked?
Think about it. You just done a
Yeah.
long journey. Why would you check it after you got
No,
there?
when should the tire pressures be checked? It should be checked when they are cold.
Yeah,
Yeah. It should be when they are cold. Yeah, because before you move, you're supposed to check the tire pressures that is the right pressure just before going. You can't do that after a long journey because it's gonna be hot or not
correct.
safe.
Yeah, the with all your levels in your car, that's part of the driving test as well. They can ask you about your brake fluid, engine oil. It's all done when it's cold. You get a proper reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, 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 no.
So that's the score, 25 out of 30.
That's
Right.
not good.
So let's review.
Uh-huh.
How should you position yourself when you use the emergency telephone on the motorway? You went for stand on the hard shoulder. The phones are not necessarily on the hard shoulder as standing on the hard shoulder. So you want to face the traffic. So if you're using the phone, you want to face the traffic. So if someone loses control, you can see it and run. I'll just read the question again and break it down for you.
Why
How
should
should
it?
you position yourself when you use the emergency telephone on the motorway? You've got stand on a hard shoulder. Some emergency phones are on the emergency refuge. They're not all on the hard shoulder. So that answer doesn't cover everything.
Okay.
It also says stand on the hard shoulder. Are you facing it sideways? Does that make sense? So it doesn't give a proper safe answer. But when you say face the oncoming traffic, it doesn't make a difference if the phone is on the hard shoulder or on the emergency refuge because you're facing the traffic.
Okay.
Because you want to see if someone's lost control coming towards you. If your back is turned, you can't see it.
Okay.
Remember, it's about safety
All right.
and also a generic answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one we've already discussed. Move to the left when it's safe to do so. When should tire pressure be checked? We discussed when it's cold. You're looking for somewhere to park at night. When may you park on the right hand side of the road? You went for 10 meters. 10 meters is how far away from the junction should you park? Full stop.
Yep.
So when
Looking
you're
for.
parking at a junction, it's 10 meters away. The only time you can park on the right and be legal is a one-way street because all the cars are going in the same direction. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Okay.
When you got a
Okay.
two-way road, remember you're always
Yeah.
going up, cars are
Yeah.
coming down. So technically you should pass supposed to park on the left legally so you're facing up. If you park on the right on a two-way road, you're facing oncoming traffic. But if it's
Okay.
one way, all the cars are going up the road. It makes no difference if you park left or right because when you move off, you're still going straight.
Okay.
That's the reason why. So that's legal.
Stretch.
And then this one,
Ah, my sugar.
you said park in the bay and not pay.
Oh, my
You want to
sugar.
park in the bay and pay.
Because most times when I go out and I have to park, if I don't park on a one-way street, there are some parking lots that you don't pay.
Right. That's your
And
mistake.
yes, because I
Your
know the good
mistake
space is
is
there.
you're making it personal.
Oh gosh.
I did it.
You have said
There's
it
certain
before.
bays.
It
Yeah, you're
shouldn't be.
making it personal. So you're looking for an answer that's related to you. That's why you're going for the wrong options. The first thing
Oh
you said there is there's some bays near me where I can park, but I don't have to pay. That's the
yeah.
answer you chose. So as you saw from that video, Taiwo was taking a lot of mock tests, 5 a day, which is nothing wrong with her, but she fell into a trap of memorizing the answers, not directly, indirectly. So that's how easy it is. And if you watch my videos, I always say if you understand the question, understand the answers, it doesn't make a difference how they word it, you're going to be fine. But if you're always going to be referring back to what you got wrong, the options from the previous test, it can come across like you're memorizing. Hopefully, you got a decent score. Let me know in the comments below. Show Taiwo some love and good luck wishes for her theory test in the comments. Remember, if you're struggling with your theory and you want help and don't mind being filmed, send me an email to info@drivingtheoryuk.com with some details, some background information to let me know what I'm dealing with. So don't forget to like, comment below to see more videos like this, and definitely subscribe. YouTube's going to show you a video here. I'm going to show you a video here. Go off and watch which one's relevant to you, and I'll catch you in the next video.